Good afternoon or good evening or good morning wherever you're tuning in from. This is just a quick pop-up live stream. I've just come from a shopping mall. I was going to do a stream from there, but when I got there I noticed many school children, and I thought this is not a good place to stream. So I did have a look around there, and it was 3 levels, so I could go back there and film a lot earlier in the afternoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a live stream for under an hour, and I'm in a different location than where I usually am each day, so it will just be a short stream, guys. So I've just come from down there. That I'll just zoom in. That's Central's here in Chiang, and that's about 2.2k from where I'm staying. So I've already walked there, and I've walked probably about 800 metres. So we'll just continue on this path, and we might duck up a few side soys. Just hit Yamaha actually, and I'm just having a drink to refresh myself. So we will start walking again. Yeah, I was going to try and go on Zounds and do a walk through there, but I wasn't sure how to the camera from 1 to 3. It seems to be a bit iffy. So I'll try and work that out and do some streams with a couple of the other channels to share some love. But we'll just be no more than an hour today. I need to have a rest. I have a big blister on my toe, but I didn't even notice that it was bleeding until I took my shoe off. I did see blood on my shoe, but I thought I must have kicked some red dye or something. But it's all good. I'm still cruising along. There is some blood there, guys, but actually while I was walking down here I come across pre-owned good quality shoes in there, and he's got all different sizes and a large selection in my size, and I did look at them, and they had shoes for under 400 baht, and really good quality ones. Like I did bring 2 pairs of shoes with me on this trip, so I'm okay. But yeah, I used to have a shoe fetish and like to collect Nikes, but we will pop into that store on the way through and I can show you. But here's some street food, guys, and traffic is a lot busier than how I have been showing it. Now, there are all these little markets that pop up here, guys. So I'm really enjoying Chiang Rai, and I must say this is probably the most friendliest city that I've been to in Thailand so far. And Chiang Mai has the same reputation as well, apparently. So pretty much everyone I speak to says hello, and they say hello to me. I've only had a few little grunts, but everyone here so far has been really welcoming. Now, here's a bus that I keep talking about. Now, this bus could be going off to the border, or it could just be taking the school children home from their school. So we might just have a bit of a browse down here as we make our way back home. So this spicy sausage, very nice. And this pre-made food, guys, like very cheap and very good. And you can buy like a couple of little bags and have like 3 or 4 different meals, and it wouldn't even cost you 100 baht, guys. Well, you could go to a restaurant and spend that, but we all have different budgets. So on this tour, we're doing a very budget-friendly show, I should say. So there's plenty of free stuff on offer in Chiang Rai. Like most of the tourist attractions that I have been to, they've all been free. Now, the white Buddha one, I will go to that, and I only have to pay 50 baht for that. So we will get there because I have extended my trip in Chiang Rai a little bit longer, and then we'll get to our next destination. But yeah, I want to show a bit more here in Chiang Rai, and with the stuff I miss, I'll come back and stream the stuff that you pay for. So, and then just when I do leave here, I'm going to disclose how much money I've spent and where I stayed, and I think everyone will be very, very shocked. So we will just spend a little time in here because I do go into markets a lot, but it is good just to show, oh, geez, and that's what I was saying, guys. You really got to watch your step here. It's not really the people you got to watch out for, it's stuff like that, guys. So as I've said, like, you have many options. You can buy street food, you can go in restaurants, you can get your partner to cook for you. And thank you for that like. And here's one of my favourite things, crispy noodles. Now, this stuff here, you just buy this bag and then you get your partner to stick that in a wok, and you just take one of those little clumps out and then you just push it all out and then you chuck it in and it comes up like crispy noodles. And you can get these bag of peanuts. I always talk about these, but you can buy them in 7-Eleven, but it's better to come to places like this because here in Chiang Rai, I have said before, there's probably only 4 or 5 7-Elevens, and they're not really in walking distance. Like, you do have Lotus and stuff like that, but no Family Marts here. And that's a problem. Now, there's no Family Marts in Payao or here as well, because I do like to get the 29 baht ginger tea because it comes with 13 bags in it, or powders I should say, and I usually have a ginger tea in the morning. Now I'll just show a little bit more street food before we move on. Now there's some very nice curries and a palau. Sawadee krap. And here's some stuff being bagged up now, guys. So that's only 20 baht for that food there. So as I was saying, if you had 100 baht on you, you could get 5 meals, but you'd probably only buy 3, and you'd buy yourself a nice drink or something like that. So if you were a single man, you could eat like a king here, guys. And there's a little dog down there, and he's not barking at me, so that's good. Now we'll move on. Now here's some street food here, and I quite like those ones there, like very, very good and cheap. Now here's a ma and pa shop. Now you have all different types of ma and pa shops, as I said. You got ones that sell household items and drinks and stuff. Now with glasses, guys, this is a legit place, and you can have your eyes tested here as well. So I do need to do that because my reading glasses are probably about 3 years old now, I believe. No, 2 years since I've had them changed. But my eyesight's very good in the long distance. It's just reading close up. And that usually happens to you once you hit 40. I know with my mother, she didn't have to get reading glasses to her 40s, and my father as well. So now here's an old building which is being repaired at the moment, or to be demolished. I have noticed a lot of buildings around that are getting demolished. So if you had nowhere to go, you could probably sleep in there. Sawadee Krap.
ครับผม
Krap. So I've talked about these before, guys. So he's got a gas burner there and he's got a small little thing and he's cooking away and we'll see what he's making. So, very good.
very good
Aroy.
อร่อยครับ
Mm,
แซ่บอีหลี
very good. How much was that one? 30 baht?
ไทยเอามาเล่น
35 35 baht.
Oh, 35 baht. Oh, have a look at that, guys.
นี่
Wow.
มีกะปิมันอะไร
ไทยชิลลี่เบีย บา ร์ ทเขา
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit, mate. Very good. Alright. Krap kun krap. Yeah, so 35 baht and you get the rice and the omelette. G'day, John. How are you, mate? And here's the blue pussycat colt. I've actually made like a small little short and it's all like the blue little pussycat and it's sort of a I don't think Brian Gree would find it offensive. I think you'd find it funny. But yeah, I was going to say something like subscribe to the blue pussycat cult or something. But yeah, I've got a number of quick little shots that I will gel together. So hopefully he finds that funny. But there's a really nice structure of trees in there actually. But I'll show some more street vision, guys, because like we are after 5:30 and I have been reporting it's like a ghost town here, guys. So I want to give up-to-date information and the correct information, and this here is typical Thai style. And it is good to do that, but it can be very dangerous and very bad for your back as well, guys. But I have done that going up through the Lao border and very enjoyable going up into the mountains. And I managed to get some really good footage on the GoPro last year. I might just have a look at these helmets and see if we can get a price, guys. So these ones here are 400 baht for these helmets, and that's a large. Now, I did buy a couple of helmets in Pattaya, just behind the back of Tukkom, on that main thoroughfare I used to cut through. But that was only 180 baht for each helmet, so I got two. Yeah, because I've lost so many helmets since I've been here in Pattaya. I've been in Thailand. Like I brought my helmet from Australia over, and I got my mate to look after it, and he took it out on the bike once, and he says, "Oh, somebody picked it up," and I thought, "Oh my gosh!" Like I brought it all the way from Australia, and I rode around all Pattaya with it and no problems, and he takes it out once and it's gone. You know, it wasn't an overly expensive helmet. Like I'm pretty sure it cost me around 100 Australian or 110 Australian. It was a open face helmet because I bought this one for the cruiser I used to have. Yeah, like I used to wear a full face helmet, but with the cruisers, like yeah, I got the open face one and then I put the face mask on. Now, I do just want to have a quick look over here to see if there is anything fantastic carp. Yeah. It's been really good that cars actually stop and let you through, guys, and I'm really amazed about that. I will just have a quick look in here. I'm pretty sure I'm not trespassing, but I just want to have a bit of a look because there might be something in here interesting, except for these ant mounds. But just a few old buildings, but it was like there seems to be a statue out there, but I'm not going to walk through there because more than likely there are cobblers in here or taipans. So I've been pretty lucky so far and we want to keep it that way. But I do like scenery like this. Now we'll move on back to the streets because I do want to keep this under an hour or to an hour. Now there is some fish. I've been talking about fish for quite some time. Now, I've just had myself a nice drink, but I have to find a bin to put that off. Now, here are some durians, so we will get some prices on this. Now, this one's 160, that one's 140, 180, and here's some stuff out of the shell. So that's 490, 220, 150, 340 and 350 and 300 on that, or you can just buy ones with the shell there. So I have seen durian at all different prices. I think the lowest I've seen it was about 60 baht and the highest was like 500 baht. But I did notice around Pattaya and Banchan and Rayon, price of durian very cheap. I can't recall what it was in Pattaya. I'm pretty certain it was very cheap. But when it comes to fruit, prices are very different depending on where you are, because there are areas that are targeting the tourist, and then there are obviously the ones that are just Thais. And I try to go to the Thai markets, and a couple of times I go to Thai markets and I'm the only Farang in there. And you usually get a lot of love. And like they're all trying to get you into their shop, whether you spend money or not. But I find if you treat them well and you have a laugh with them, and like they are very nice. Now here's an Everest. This looks like a Mustang because it has a Mustang logo on there. It's probably not a Ford, but oh, it is a Ford. Okay, that's a titanium. Yeah, I'm not a real aficionado when it comes to cars, more so the motorcycles. But the Mercedes-Benz seems like a very popular car in Thailand. Everywhere, like I see Mercedes, more over BMW. I am aware that Mercedes has big dealerships here in Thailand, like Bangkok, and pretty sure there's one just out of Pattaya. But I know in Pattaya, and there's a bus, I know in Pattaya there's many Mercedes and Bangkok as well, and I do notice them in Chiang Rai and Pattaya. And here's another motorcycle store. Now, I'll just see if I get a good vibe, and I might have a look, but I have been getting prices on a lot of bikes of late. But yeah, I think these are mostly sports bikes, and there is a cruiser in there as well, but yeah, I'm looking more for the scooter prices and other ones, so we'll give that one a miss. So hopefully we will get back to that little shopping mall I've come from, because I think it's quite nice, and I've got like a Tops in there as well, guys, with their fresh meat section. And talking about fresh meat, here was some fresh meat here on ice. And thanks again for the likes, guys. Very good. Now, it's always good seeing little cafes like this, like very nice. So we'll just have a bit of a quick look in here and we'll give them a plug. So that looks really nice, guys, and it's really cool and peaceful here. Like, it's not too hot today, but it is warm and it is very comfortable. But in spots like this, there is a nice breeze. So there's plenty of street food here, guys. Now, at this time of the day, the streets come alive. I will try and do a few more morning streams and just show you what the morning trade as well. I did plan to do that this morning, but I thought I'd have a break and just recharge the batteries in the body, and with my toe as well. And had to make a few phone calls as well. Now, there are plenty of vacant buildings around. And shabu. Shabu is a very popular food. And it usually is quite pricey as well. But it is enjoyable. And there are quite a number of hospitals in town as well, I've noticed. So there is another one that's not too far. So Chiang Rai is quite a large place. Chiang Mai is a lot bigger. And here's some cycling bikes. Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. There they are, and Mickey. Mickey and friends. Yeah, pink cycling bikes. Very good, very good, very good. Now this is obviously a dentist, guys, so it is important to brush your teeth, because if you don't, you'll be spending a bit of time in there. Now Thailand, like, they love to have sound systems like this in the car. Very good, very good. Yeah, like they do this in Australia as well. Now, a couple of blokes I've worked with in Australia, they love their sound systems. And I did say to one, if you think you've got a good sound system, have a look at this over in Thailand. And he says, yes. Oh, we've got another little dog friend. How are you, my friend? Oh, would you like a pat? Would you like a pat? Would you like me to give you a pat? I can send you to England. Oh, what's wrong, my friend? Oh. Yes. I tried to have a laugh with the soy dogs. Yeah, they always try to bark. But as soon as you move back, that's what happens. So it's quite hilarious. Like half of the time you don't even have to pick up a stick. Like you can pick up a stick and wave it at them. I do not recommend you hitting the dog because that is cruelty, but just wave the stick around and you will be okay. Other people carry those small little firework bombs and just chuck a couple, but don't chuck it at the dog, just chuck it near it so it does give it a little fright. Now, I did get some graffiti shots on the way through here, so this one will be featured in it. And I quite like stuff like this. I actually did walk on there and get a few shots, but yes. So we're probably about another half an hour from where I am, so we will keep this to an hour. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing tomorrow morning, or I might do something in the evening, so I'm just trying to find some new stuff around. But as I said, this trip is a very cheap trip, and next time we'll come out to Chiang Rai, we'll spend a bit of money. Now, I did come past here before and I did think this is a really nice shop. So I think this is electric vehicles here, and quite possibly electric at the back as well. But we will just have a quick look here. Now, these range in prices, like starting from around 10,000 baht upwards. I'll just grab some messages. There we go. G'day, Jeremiah. You're very cool. Saw you on Johnny Siam or one of the other channels. And oh, thank you very, very much. Yeah, it's just a quick pop-up stream today. I'm just showing like sort of what I think is a busy view, because the last I think I've been in Chiang Rai 5 days, I don't know, but I've been saying that it's very quiet, but it is a lot busier now because school's finished, work's finished for some people, and they're going to and fro. So I thought I'd just like report that things are busy here and they do need more tourists. But I'll just grab a couple of prices on these electric scooters. So that's 19,000 baht for that. And these are designed for people with disabilities. So this could be something I could have down the track. I'm not that bad yet. But we won't stay in here long, but they do have some swimming pools. And you can certainly find these shops in Pattaya, guys. And you can also buy these on the TV in Thailand. But as I said, that's only 19,000 baht, guys. And you got like a seat there and then a seat for the wife and the kids. Or you could sit there and your 2 kids there. And the wife can run behind. Yeah, so cheers for that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've noticed some really new names come in, which is really good because I've been getting some good feedback by a couple of the older chaps who have been in the community a while. And that's a really good thing. So, like, I certainly don't do any bars and stuff like that, although I will be going into a family-friendly bar over the next couple of days to do an interview with a bloke that's just bought a bar. Yeah, because I have a young family and if I go into bars and buy girls drinks, that's quite disrespectful to her. And I do want to try and build a family-friendly environment where people can come and feel free to chat and not be worried about being bullied or harassed. Yeah, I've just been doing a graffiti video as well because every town I visit in Asia, I do a graffiti video. And usually when I release it, I come across more. So these here are very popular in Thailand. And it's more, this stuff is very reasonable in price actually. So that's 280 baht. And then you can do all this stuff here, like the skewers, but you can certainly get all this stuff on the street food guys at a quarter of the price. But I call this stuff hyso, but it's not really. I'm just a guy that don't like to spend much. But yeah, we'll probably go another half hour, and because things are starting to quiet down here, but we'll go around a few more streets and just show a different part of town. As I was saying, I don't know about tomorrow if I'll do a temple tours or I might just head back up to the mountains again because I'm trying to get into that monastery, but I do believe that monastery where I went, it has been quite neglected for some time from stuff I've been reading. So I think that monk I saw there isn't a real monk. I think he's just camping out there and he's just wearing monk robes just to keep undercover. Because whenever I go to a temple, monks are very inviting and want to ask you questions. Like nearly every monk I see is always asking me about like my tattoos and wanting to see them all, and then they want to show me their tattoos. So I have tried to get some more information and I'll try and get some more tonight. And if I can find I can get in there somehow, we will go there because the pictures are really good. Even though the place is neglected, I do want to get in there. Now, this reminds me of a building I saw in Palau. And I was saying this location would possibly be a restaurant. And I was saying how there was a house above where you could live or you could have another restaurant there. But you could live above there and then you've got a business there and you could have a comfortable life. You won't be buying Ferraris, but you will live okay. So what we'll do is we'll get some fuel prices as well. Now, you can get your fuel on the side of the road in a bottle, or you can come to one of these places. I tend to get mine out of a bottle. Now, I've discovered there is a free bus around here, and I have shown that map, but it's not there. Now, I do want to show this very interesting old house. Now, that's very interesting. I don't know if anyone lives there. There are a couple of cars there. Somebody, I think, is living upstairs, old style, so we won't trespass. But I think that is very interesting. So somebody probably lives there with no power, unless it is open up. I think I might just be a bit sticky beak and have a look. because I don't think anyone is there. I think it's just open because there are birds up there. So hopefully there's no people in there who are dead, because I know a couple of people have gone into old buildings and they have discovered people being there for quite some time. So, I do have my mask on me, so what I will do is I might have a quick look in there and just, because I think that's going to be some good content just to go in there. So I'll just grab my mask because I know, yes, yeah, I will. I know I went into abandoned buildings in Pattaya, and I was coughing quite a lot when I come out. And I know I've watched some really big YouTubers on YouTube. And I think there's a guy called Josh I used to watch many, many years ago. And he was always saying, put a mask on, because of the mould and possible asbestos. But we won't spend too long in here because it is getting dark. But it is good just to show stuff like this. Actually, I'll leave that drink there and not litter, but I'll come back. But hopefully no one is up there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place is condemned. Hopefully there's no snakes that are going to drop out, but I will check the floorboards, and if they do seem unsafe, I will get out of here. But I dare say this place would have to be at least 100 plus years old. In Australia, there are a lot of places like this, and I know there are a few YouTubers doing that in Australia. But here's now I probably won't be going up there because the beams look okay here, but I will just go up and have a look. Now, this would have been a bathroom at one stage. Now, most Thai houses usually have 2 to 3 bathrooms. Now, yes, when I did go into that building in Pattaya, one of them, I was very careful. Oh, this is not safe. Yeah, that's not safe, guys. I won't go up there. But when I walked into the first room in the one in Pattaya, there was a girl in there and she looked very strung out. And I did see she had some plastic bags there with her clothes. And I have said, guys, that if you find that you have nowhere to live or your partner's kicked you out or something, you can certainly find an abandoned building to temporarily stay. May not be legal, but at least you would be safe, hopefully. So yeah, we won't go up there because not safe. So, and there's a nice old building there, so it is on a nice plot of land there. So things are quietening down. I will get those fuel prices, so we'll just cross the road. Now, it'd be about 6 o'clock now. So for 95, you're looking at 47, 49. For diesel, 33. For 91, 37. And the other gas hole 95 is 37.40. So that's at a fuel station. Now, you can get bottles on the side of the road, and they range in price from 30 baht up to 60 baht. Now, this is another hospital. Now, when you do come to hospitals, you are not allowed to smoke there. Now, most family-friendly areas in Thailand, they don't allow smoking. So you will have to step onto the road here and have your smoke, because it usually is like a 5,000 baht fine. And I know in Pattaya on the lake, you cannot drink or smoke on the lake. You just have to step off the lake and go to the curb and have a drink or a smoke. Because if you get caught drinking in Palau on the lake, I think it was 10,000 baht fine I showed, and possibly up to 6 months in jail. And last time I lived in Palau, I saw all these boys being carted off into the back of the truck, and they were probably going to the police still and waiting for their parents to come pick them up. So this here is a clinic, and you can come here and see a doctor. And they usually charge around about 1,000 baht. Now there's some mountains in the background, just while I check the messages there. Yeah, see, it's rather quiet at the moment. Now I was here in Chiang Rai September, and then I come back at Christmas time. And at both of those times, it was very busy here. But it is low season. Now, from what I've spoken to the locals, they do believe, going by statistics, next month it will get busy again. However, saying that, Chiang Rai is a hub for backpackers and people which are going to the Laos border, going to Chiang Mai. Now, I've gone to the bus terminal a couple of times on my live streams, and I have proved that point. And there's been at least 200 or 300 people getting on and off the buses. So with some of those tourists, it's just stay here for 5 minutes or an hour, and some will stay here for a couple of days. Now, in Chiang Rai, you do have options for a hostel, a boutique resort, or a resort, or just a normal hotel. So they cater for a lot of different people. Now, I have gone around and asked many places, and I have found hostels are only charging 100 baht one night. For one night, guys, in like a hostel. And in those hostels, you can get a private room for only 152 baht. So for an extra 52 baht, guys, you'll get a room. But in those ones, they don't have a toilet, but they have a fan. But if you want an air conditioner, that's usually double the price. So if you're a budget traveller, but at this time of the year, you don't need air conditioning. And I don't like air conditioning because of my arthritis. So I've gone with the cheap option, because this tour that I'm doing is a very cheap tour. Then next time, sorry, the bike was just going past. So the next time I come out here, I'll spend money, but at the end of the trip, I'm going to say how much I spent and where I stayed, and I think everyone will be shocked. So I'll just get back to those questions there. But I do appreciate you popping in there and putting in some questions. Yeah, see, I didn't smoke for a long time, and I hate the smell of cigarettes. And like my last partner in Australia, she was a smoker, and I gave up smoking, and it used to drive me up the wall. But like I think 6 months ago, I started smoking cigarettes again, but I've kicked that habit. Now I did do a stream in here, guys, and I was showing the prices, and they were very, very nice in there. Now here you can do your laundry. I'm not going to do a laundry stream now. However, I do need to clean some of my clothes because they have been sweaty, because I've been pumping it out and streaming. Now here's another really nice building which was, and now it's being demolished. Now I did get into an old Thai bank the other day, and luckily I did go in there when I did, because yesterday I noticed that they were pulling it down. So I'll just get back to the other questions. Okay. Well, see, scooters out here now, I've got a PCX I bought for like myself and my partner. Now, that's a 150 PCX, and PCX is very popular here. Also the NMAXs, but like the cheaper option is a Scooty or a Scooby, I think they're pronounced. And you can pick up them for under 40,000 baht. And if you were to hire a scooter, like you're looking at anywhere from 2,000 up to 6,000 baht a month. So if you're going to be here long term, you're best off buying one. We get to the next one. Yes, like as I was saying about the hostels, like I haven't done any films on the hostels, but I did go around and ask around at a few places, and the cheapest one I found was 100 baht, and that's in a dorm. I think there was one bunk bed, and I think they had 4 single beds, so that would make 6 beds in there. Then they had a twin room, and then they had I think it was a double room, and the toilets are downstairs, and they had 2 showers. So I'll probably go back and do a film on that, I think. But that was a very cheap option. And last time I stayed here, I stayed in a boutique resort, and I did film that one. And I did stay in a boutique resort in Palau as well, and I've stayed at a couple of budget ones in Palau, and obviously I've stayed at the family home as well in Palau. So we'll get back to the next one. Yeah. See, I get a couple of different vibes here in Chiang Rai, and the further you go out, I get the bush vibe. But like when you do walk around Asia, you do find that things change quite quickly, and also certain people try to build certain things that they like. So like you do get a lot of foreigners that come here and invest, and then they lose their money or they die, and then like the building goes to their kids or wherever. Yeah, so the toilet is downstairs for that particular hostel I went in, looked. I'm kicking myself I didn't film that day. But personally for me, if I was staying there, I would like to one that has a toilet. You know, because if you're having a drink, and I usually sleep with nothing on or just a pair of shorts, and I don't think somebody wants to walk downstairs and have to stick your clothes on. But we'll get back to the next question, guys. Now, vape is available again here, guys. Now, my friend's son I was speaking to last night in Australia, he told me that the Australian government is like banning vapes. And I could not believe that. And I know Pumpoi Phalang, I don't know what he's going to be doing, because he sucks on his vape like every 0.2 of a second. So that's going to be very interesting. Get to the next question there. Yeah, like the rain. I've got osteoarthritis. Like all arthritis is bad, but coming to Thailand has really helped me. Now, what we'll do is we won't go in this temple because it's shut, but I will walk up to it and I will show it, because I do love temples, and if it does look good, we could come back here some other day, because especially in Palau and Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai, there are so many temples. Now, I will show the hire of these bikes, guys. So, now these ones are 250 baht a day, I reckon. Yeah, that would be per day. Jeez, he was pretty close. And there was plenty of room there. All good. So that's 250, and they're about a 125. Now, these Zoomers aren't bad, and they're only 200 baht. Now, these are usually only comfortable for about half an hour, and then after half an hour, they're very uncomfortable. But that looks like it's got an aftermarket seat, so that could be okay. But I did contemplate buying one of them in Pattaya, but I did hire one for 2 months, and I'm glad I hired it, because like the bike is a bit lower and it doesn't have any protection here, and I'm covered in tattoos. So with these bikes, at least your legs are protected from the sun. But this bike here, I had to stick all sun cream on like my legs, but I normally wear armbands on like my arms. But that's my problem though. But we will just have a quick look at this temple and then get back to the street, because we're coming up to 45 minutes and I do want to keep this to an hour. I can go over, but I know Zounds is streaming at the moment, and I just want to keep it to an hour, because I did tag it as a pop-up stream. And it won't be a marathon 7-hour stream, I can tell you that, because I do need to have a rest. Actually, I did come here the other day, guys, and I did film this one, so I have been in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back up here and continue that path, because I never went on that path, I'm pretty certain. Now, here's a nice restaurant. Now, this is a Korean restaurant. There is a large Korean tourist I've found coming into Thailand. Now, I do have a couple of Korean friends, and now here's some more graffiti. Yeah. So I might bookmark this street and try and get that. Very good. Now we'll move on. Now this is a bed, eat, drink. So this is the Postel Restaurant Rooftop Friends Bar. And I dare say you could rent a room there. See, like there are many places you can use to book, like a Goda, and what I tend to do is I tend to just Google the location, and then you get all different ones that pop up. Like you can go through Skyscanner, you can go through a Goda, and there's many others. I guess I could do a stream on that and actually write a script for a change. But here's those scoopies I was telling you about. Now these are very popular and very good with the Katoi, and also with the girls. But men also drive them. Now this is a very nice cafe racer style bike. I quite like these. And it would have a bit of pickup, and you wouldn't necessarily kill yourself on that. Now here's a nice hotel. It doesn't look like a high-so one or very expensive, but it does look okay. And they do have buffet lunch there. And I have noticed they are having scooters around here now. I know in Pattaya, when I was there for the year, I know they had issues and they didn't have them. I know that they wanted to get them in there, but they were having troubles. I think it was like licensing or insurance or something. I know a few other YouTubers were mentioning, but you do have these tuk-tuks, and they range in price, usually around about 100 baht. You can hire them for a couple of hours and they'll drive you around the city. I know when the missus and I come here, we got one, I think we paid him 300 or 500 baht, and he took us around for like three hours, and he took us to all the temples. I'll get back to the comments I've missed. Sorry about that. Yeah, like the rain has been good since I've been here. Like I did do a stream and I walked a little in the rain when I was out at the cave temples, but I know last time I was here in summer it did have rain as well. But the temperature, it's been 34, 36 every day, but it is dropping. When I was in Palau, it was 34, 36, and then it drops a little at night. But like the temperature is comfortable, because I love the heat, and if you do have arthritis, it's good. See, personally, I think the best place to live with arthritis is Pattaya or Banchan, because it's perfect hot all year round. And even with the rain, see, in Australia, I had issues when it rained, I'd get niggly knees. But out here, like the heat, like I'm not cured. I live in pain, but I can push on in the heat. And I know you would understand that. Yeah, scooters are the main mode of transport here in Thailand. Obviously cars too, but pretty much anyone can afford a scooter. So here's some more laneway art. Like this stuff pops up all over the place. And that's only from 2021, so that's pretty new. I'll get back to the comments. Oh, really? In Hawaii? Yeah, see, I understand where they're coming from, but I think vape is see, I'm not 100% sure if it's safe, but I know of many people who have stopped smoking cigarettes and they were spending hundreds and hundreds, and now they're having vape and they're eating better. And because cigarettes are so expensive in the West, and if they can eat better, power to them. Yeah, see, I know the vape in Thailand, it was banned here about, I think, 3-4 years ago, because my mate smoked vape and his mum was saying, oh, you better not take your vape, boys, because, like, you end up in jail. But back then, like, you could use vape if it was on the down low, but very risky. Yeah, see, with food as well, that does help with osteoarthritis as well, believe it or not. Like eating, like you just have to research to see what foods they recommend and trying them out. Like everybody is a little bit different. Yeah, like there's so many bumblebee style of things. Like when I was in Pattaya, there's like a truck that goes around and there's like bumblebee on it. And like you always see like the statues of Bumblebee or Optimus Prime around. Yeah, see, I've noticed a few restaurant bars / steakhouses around now. I went past a really nice one on the Cock River yesterday, and it's called the Big Bad Wolf, and that place looked really good, and it was called a ale house as well, so they'd probably specialise in steak and ale. Now these places here are legit massage shops. I did go in one the other day, and they just massage your feet, your back, and they clean your feet and scrub it. Like it's not one of those places you go in the back room. Now I'll just grab the rest of the comments there. Oh, so you're on the medication? Yeah, like there was somebody who recommended something to me, and I took a screenshot. It was back when I used to leave my comments open on my videos and shorts. There was a kind person who recommended something, and I do have a screenshot of what he recommended. Where are we up to? Oh, turmeric. Yes, I have heard that turmeric is good, and I have added some turmeric into a smoothie whenever I have one. Yes, a legit massage. Yeah, like there's plenty of them in Pattaya. Like the first time I went to Pattaya, I wanted to have a massage, and I said, oh, look, legs, back, spine, be careful around the neck. And this was a long time ago, and like I won't say too much, but like I picked the oldest girl because I'm not stupid, you know, and long and behold, she was trying to do something, and I said, excuse me, love, I only want a massage. And she tried to extort me for payment, and I said, you didn't do anything, you just tried to touch me. I said no, I want to speak to your manager, and that was all sorted out. and my friends were like laughing themselves. And now I did come in here the other day, and that story was from a long, long time ago, guys. Yes, but I didn't say anything that would upset my beautiful girl. Yeah, as I was saying, I did go in here the other day, and the girl gave me a drink of water because I give her a plug. That's good. Now, I have said before, Chiang Rai is a really, really friendly place. Now, here's a place where you can come and get a haircut. Now, I'll get the prices here, guys. Now, we're looking at around about 80 baht, 50 baht, 80 baht, 100. So for a haircut, 80 baht for an adult, 50 baht for a kid, shampoo 80, child 50. So you can have an ear clean shave for 50, hair dye for 200 baht, and a blow dry for 40, and a face massage for 100. And guess what? The tip is appreciated. So that there is really, really good prices, and that bloke's just given me a wave. And like I have just said, that Chiang Rai to me is a really friendly place, and he's actually closing up now to go home to be with his family most likely. Now just up here it is the night bazaar. I could just go for a quick tour in there, and because it usually opens at 6, and it is 6:30 now, so I do have a couple of minutes before that hour, but I can continue just for a little bit. But I won't be going for much long because I have been pumping it out the last few days, and I know Zounds is live, and so we will just go for a quick look in here. Now, I did come through here about 2 times now. So there's some really nice kids' clothing here for girls, and possibly books. Actually, they're pretty cool for 100 baht. And they're quite thick material too, actually. They're really good quality. That's really good quality for 100 baht. Wow. Wow. See, with a lot of the stuff here, you do have to look to see if it is good quality, because you can buy cheap replicas and really high-class replicas, and I try to get the better quality stuff because it will last you longer. And I've got shirts I've had for 6 to 8 years. Now, these happy pants range from 100 up to 200 baht, and it is important to have a pair of these because you can roll these up, and you can just roll them up, and they're pretty much just the size of your fist, and you can chuck that in your man bag or your handbag. Now this stuff here, 50 baht, and this here is handmade. So she's got some little children's shoes, and these are the prices. So 120 baht, 130, 140, and so the maximum's 160, and you got between 12 centimetres and 16.5 there. Very good. It's very good that with the ties, because majority of them will have to have 3 or 4 jobs just to make ends meet. Now, we won't spend too much time in there because that is something we shouldn't show. And there's some nice ice creams. Very good. And here's some more. And they even have the XXL size for 180 baht. And that is good. See, 100 baht. 100 baht. Very cheap, guys. See, I quite like these ones there. They look quite nice, actually. Very good. And that pinky purple one, really nice. Yeah, because I know I have a fair few female viewers that come in, so it is good to show some stuff for the females. Now, I'll just get back to the questions. And here is an electric scooter, guys, as we just saw in a shop. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, I keep saying, like, it's really, really good vibe here in Chiang Rai, and I haven't been out here more than what I have actually said. I've flown out here a number of times to Chiang Rai, and I've actually caught the bus out here a number of times as well. Yeah, Johnny's Kung Fu shoes. Yeah, I know what you're saying, like the ones actually come from Hong Kong. And I would have had a pair of them, and I remember it said Hong Kong on it. Yeah, like out here, like they've got markets all over in Thailand, like Pattaya, out here in Wool. Now here's some more of those shoes as well. Very good. Now I'm pretty certain we're going to see this really cool guy around the corner in a minute, and he actually recycles beer cans and plastic, and I think he is up there. No, he's down here somewhere, but we'll see if we can find him, because he makes these really cool things. And he might actually have a bumblebee, but he actually makes these little dragons. And I did show this the last time I cut through here, but I'm just trying to show areas when it gets busy, but still quiet in here. Now, they're only 89 baht. Very good. Now, here's this stuff I was talking about. Now, like, the gentleman makes these out of recycled product, and this here is made out of plastic, and they are made out of lino, guys. And there's a bumblebee, but not a transformer. Now, these here are made out of a Chiang bottle and like a Singer. Now, this one's out of a Singer, that one there, and this one here is a Chiang. And they're dirt cheap, 80 baht for that, 80 baht. And these ones are a bit more expensive because there's a bit more detail into that. But he makes these by hand. Well, I am wanting to relocate here because I'm trying to find a place for myself and my partner to hang our hat, because I don't want to live in Pattaya, but I do want her to be close to her family. So I think Chiang Rai would be that compromise. Chiang Rai, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking Ban Chan, but that's too far for them. It was perfect weather for me, but I think Chiang Rai could be where we're going to hang our hat eventually. So, but I'm going to be going on some tours, but very short ones, because I'm trying to keep close to her in case if the baby comes early, so at least I can get there quickly. Now, we will move on because I have spent a lot of time here, but these here are blown glass. So what did cup? That gentleman, he hand makes them. Now, I will just check the messages and then we'll just continue a little bit longer. Yeah, I like Bumblebee too, and also I like Optimus Prime. I remember when, I think it was because I'm 47, so in the 80s, like Transformers was really, really big. But I remember the boy across the road, he had every toy under the sun, and I used to go play with him, and we used to play all the toys, and so he'd be the good guy and I'd be like the bad guy, so it was good. Oh, yeah, see, originally what I was going to do with the channel was I was going to do tattoo interviews, because I have a lot of connections in the tattoo world here in Thailand. And the goal was to do interviews and do some live tattoos. Now, I do a lot of shorts with tattoos, and I will continue to do those shorts. And I have done a few videos and promoting a couple of my mates' shops, but I will probably get back to do that, because I did buy the Rode Wireless with 2 microphones, so we will get into that. But the goal is just to explain about the tattoo process and how to avoid having to do cover-ups and finding your artists for your particular style, because here in Thailand they have amazing artists and also they have ones that probably shouldn't be doing it. So everyone I recommend, I swear by them and they will not do a bad job. I've got some very good high quality artist friends who are skilled in bamboo as well as machine. Now I won't show that. Now, these here are a religious artefact. It's not a rude thing. It means a lot of things. It means money, it means power, everything. Now, these here make a funny noise, so we'll see if we can get one. Oh. Yeah, I'll stop that now. Get back to the comments. Oh, cheers. Yes, I used to have a hairstyle, but then I was riding to work every day on the motorcycle, so you'd get to work after putting gel in your hair and your hair would be all flat, and that was a waste. So I ended up shaving my head to number 1. Now I'm starting to go a bit thin on top. I'm not bald, but it is getting there eventually. And my hairdresser said to me, he goes, "You will never go bald, Jeremy. Your hair is so thick and strong." And I do want to catch up with my friend and say, I don't think you know what you're talking about, mate. But they do say guys who have thin hair have high testosterone. So I think it's good to have high testosterone levels so you don't have to inject yourself with fake testosterone. Now, pistachios I love. Very good. And I like cashews as well. And you can get these at Ma and Pa shops dirt cheap. So what we're going to do is we're just going to show in here quickly, and then we're going to end the stream, I think, in about 5 to 10 minutes, because I want to go and have a rest and have something to eat. And there's not much happening here today, guys. And I have shown all the street food here. This is just to show the night bazaar at 6:30, 7 o'clock is very quiet. And I did come and eat here at 9 o'clock the other day, and it was a lot more, like there were a lot more people on the sides, but inside there was no one there. Now in September and December and January, I had to wait 5 minutes to get a table and chair. So personally, it's good now. And the food here is reasonably priced. You can get stuff at 50 to 60 baht, but majority of it is 100 baht up to 250 baht. Now, if you're a budget traveller like me on this trip, you want to go and eat at the street food. Now, on this trip, this is a very budget-friendly tour. At the end of the tour, I will disclose how much I've spent. So what we'll do is we're going to end the stream in a few moments. And I do thank you, everyone, for dropping some comments. And thank you for hitting the likes. But, yeah, see, like the 5 minutes is not long, but it could have been longer as well, because majority of the people in there were eating hot pots and mukata. And those type of things can take people to eat half an hour to an hour. And the Thai people are very social people, so sometimes it could be a couple of hours. It can be hit and miss, but you can always just sit on the ground, or you could just bring your plate here. I quite often sit on the steps at 7 or 11 and munch on a hamburger or something. Now, here's some really cool shirts, and they're only 150 baht and 200 baht, and that's not bad quality. And there's the Rock, Black Adam, original, and the Chainsaw Man. He looks like a dinosaur. And there's a Mario. Very nice. Yeah, appreciate that. But yeah, we'll wrap it up in a minute. I'll just do a quick little spiel on this bus terminal here. Now, I tend to do this when I am in this area. Now, there are 2 bus terminals here, guys. Now, if you're coming from Palau, you won't end up here. You'll end up about 6 minutes away. And you can come here. Now, this is the large one, which will take you to Chiang Mai, Lao border, to Pattaya, Ban Chan, Rayon, the south of Thailand. But this is the main one. But if you're catching a bus, you have 4 options. You have an air-conditioned bus, and that's the expensive one. And I believe that's under 200 odd baht. The cheapest option is 40 baht with no air conditioning. The next one is 80 baht. So you can hire a taxi to the Lao border for 1,000 baht. Now, if you do come here, guys, you will be spoken to by touts, and be nice to them because they are pretty cool. And here you can organise yourself a lift and a tuk-tuk. Sawadee Cup. So here you can get a lift like a songtail, but they call these buses in Pattaya. But these here, what they do is they can take you to your hotel. Now, if you want to go on a tour, get a tuk-tuk, and they range anywhere. This here is a tuk-tuk, very popular in Bangkok, I think Phuket last time I think I saw them there. And not in Pattaya, they don't have these. But they have these Chiang Mai in here as well. And so like they are okay. But it is a bit hard to film in here because like the camera's here and you've got to stick your hand out. So I like to walk, but I have done a bit of filming in 4K on this, but they are noisy, but it is good to get you around on a tour. Like my last trip here with like the missus, we did go on these. But on this trip, I've only been on one. Now, here's an air-conditioned bus. This one's called the Kang Thai Tour. But here you can find somebody who will chat to you. And this is how I found my private taxi to Laos when I went to Laos last time. And I did film that whole thing. It was 40 minutes. I did edit it, and it's me going from Chiang Rai to the Golden Triangle in Chiang San, and then going on the long boat, and then being in Laos, going past a casino and showing you a Chinese market, because where I was in Laos, it's very Chinese focused, a lot of Chinese investment. The money you use there, you can use the Thai baht, you can use the yuan, the Chinese currency, you can use Cambodian, you can use the Lao, the kip, the riel, but they take US as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to end it here, guys. I do appreciate everyone coming in. It was just a very quick pop-up live stream. I've just gone over my time I wanted to do. Thank you very much for hitting the likes and coming in. Tomorrow, I'm not too sure if we're going to do a walking tour again, but I do want to do some type of stream early tomorrow, depending on how I feel in the morning, because I do have a blister on my toe, but I will still pump through. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you on the next time. Thanks again. Bye.